Out of respect to the Meiro families, our Divrei Torah tonight is going to be, first of all, Ilun Nishmat HaChacham HaShalem, rabbi that literally changed this community, improved this community, sacrificed his life for this community, הרב מרדכי, רחמת כונם, למשפחת רחמינוב, רוח אדוני תנחנו מגן עדן, תהיה נשמתו צרור וצרור חיים. Our sage just said, מתי קאתי מור? When exactly the master is going to come? When exactly Mashiach is going to come? How do you write Mar in English and Hebrew? Memresh. מה זה ממרש? מרדכי רחמינוב. When Rabbi Mordechai Rechminov came into Gan Eden, the Almighty God decided, now is the time to bring Mashiach much sooner. With this voice, with this dedication, with this honesty. Anyone to speak about Rabbi Mordechai, no, he was a very honest man. Our Divrei Torah, the whole year around, for many years already, Leinu Nishmat HaBachur HaTzair, a student of Rabbi Mordechai, a student of mine, a son of all of us, Rahmat Kunam Mullah Eliezer, Ben Angela, למשפחת הכהן, למשפחת מאירוב, רוח השם תלכנו מגן עדן, תהיה נשמתו צורה בצורה חיים. The door, if you can close the door, thank you. Last but not least, our Divrei Torah is going to be to the success of all of you that came here every week for the Zera Shimshon. The Zera Shimshon Thursday night edition. The Almighty God will pay you to have a long and healthy and happy life. Let us say amen. Okay. My question to all of you is as follows. My question to all of you is as follows. Before we're going to start the Zera Shimshon, usually I like to start with introduction. Today I'm going to teach you one of the greatest mitzvot, one of the most difficult mitzvot, but this mitzvah, export to bring children. If a person wants to get married and to bring children, export to give parnasah, export to give anything good in a person's life. This mitzvah is a master key. One of the most difficult mitzvot that a person, one of the most difficult obligations that a person is doing in his life. What's the name of this obligation? Daniel, what's the name of this obligation? Mitzvah that export to bring parnasah and children. And it's a not easy mitzvah to do. And I will tell you why is that. Respecting is good for long life and a good life, not necessary for children and, yes, in general, but no. Respecting is the most difficult one. It's not one of the most difficult. It's the most respecting his parents. It's the most difficult. No. Respecting parents is one of the most difficult, if not the most difficult. I'm not talking about the most difficult, I said one of the most difficult. You know how you call it? Hospitality. Hospitality is one of the most difficult because feeling not comfortable, and the only place that you have to be comfortable, difficult is when you have a guest, especially Israelis, they tell you, we came here only 2 days, 3 days, and they get stuck for 3 or 6 months, and you need the police to take them out. All the Israelis is the same. We come in 1 day, 24 hours, we leave in 24 hours. Maybe they mean 25 or 24 years. Israelis, when they come in, they come in. And you have somebody in your house 24 hours. And if a person wants to have children, this mitzvah is guaranteed to bring children. One mitzvah that is guaranteed to bring children. Which mitzvah is that? Avraham, which mitzvah is guaranteed to have children? In any age, and even a dead child you can bring him. Which mitzvah? Do you know which mitzvah? They call this mitzvah hospitality. How do we know that? First of all, Avraham Avinu. Let's start with Avraham Avinu. Avraham Avinu got the message of having children when? When? Beautiful. No, but when? After he had hospitality. The 3 angels told him, Avraham Avinu, you're going to have a child, right? When exactly they told him that? After he had the 3 Arabs. The three, okay, this is one. Second, Eliyahu Navi came into town. And he was a woman by the name Aisha Tzarfatit. The French ladies. I don't know if this is the meaning, because it was much before France. But they call it Aisha Tzarfatit. And David, she had a very special place for him. And she made him a room to sleep and everything. She hosted him for 1 time. Her child died. You know what Eliyahu Navi did? He brought the child life. You made hospitality? You bring? No, this is not the end of the story. Second story. Elisha. the student of Eliyahu Navi. One generation later, it was Aisha Shunamit, one of the most famous story in Babylon. One of the most famous stories in the 24 books, Tanakh. This woman made a room for Elisha. Every time he stopped, she gave him to sleep. And Elisha promised this woman, one day she asked him, Rabbi, I need something from you. He said, anything you need. He said, I don't need to be rich. I don't need respect. What did I need? Children. He said, you're going to have a child. The child came to the world. Rabbi Sasson can share with you. And the child died. She came in to Eliyahu Navi. She cried. She said, I don't understand that I asked you to bring me children after so many years, some opinion 20 years, some opinion even more. Who asked you to bring me a child and to disappoint me? Don't disappoint. It's like you bring in a child the ice cream, he's holding the ice cream, he's smiling, and you take it away. You never show me the ice cream, I was okay. But now that you give me a child, why did the child die? You know what Elisha did? Because of the hospitality, Elisha went in above this child and he brought him back alive. Unreal. Unreal. You know what's the meaning? Twice. The first child name, Eliyahu Navi, the name of the child is Yonah Navi. Prophet Jonah. Jonah? They call it in English? Jonah? Yeah. Jonah. Yonah Navi. The second child name, what's the second name? Habakkuk Navi. Habakkuk, you know Habakkuk? Habakkuk is to cook, to chibuk. Habakkuk, shne chibukim. One hug he got from his mother, and the other hug he got from the prophet Elisha Navi. When Elisha brought him back to, because of that, his name is Habakkuk. Huh? Next, Abraham, not for no reason, listen to this. The next place that a child came to the world, because of hospitality, was who? This time it's not a regular child, it's Mashiach Tzidkenu. Who is this Mashiach that came to the world? When Ruth, the convo ladies, went to collect food, and she had no food, she was poor, everybody disrespect. It was a man by the name Boaz, old man, some opinion 400 years old. An old man. He saw this woman, and he said, come, ladies, you can come and sleep, you can come and eat, you can do whatever. Later on, they got married, one day. And in that day, they had intimacy. A child came to the world, and the grandchild name is David HaMelech. And the grandchild is Mashiach Tzidkenu. For me, the sages is only, if a person wants to have parnasah, birkat haoreach, the blessing of the guest, blessing you in parnasah, blessing you in Yeshua, especially for children. Make sure every Shabbat, make sure every day, you can have a room for a child, for a guest. Make sure, because guests bring children. And the question is why? What is so unique about guests that all the blessing in our life come because of hospitality? Wow. The answer is as follows. You see, guest is unique. What is the unique? It's two reasons. Today I'm going to share with you two reasons. The first reason is very obvious. What goes around comes around. Measure to measure. God in the last 2,000 years is the guest in this world. Better get destroyed. So God is homeless. And when you bring guests to the house, you bring the dwelling of the Shekhinah to your home. When God is coming to your home, all the blessing, you get the master key. Very simple. Measure to measure. You bring a guest, you bring Shekhinah. You bring Shekhinah, all the blessing in the world you're going to get. This is one simple answer. Measure to measure. What goes around comes around. But tonight I'm going to tell you something. Wow. Brilliant. He said as follows. Do you know why guest is so unique? Mr. Shubov. No, one second. That's no more. Aaron the Cohen. If you name it, you're a Cohen, no. This is the problem. Levi, this is the problem. I know, I remember you, Levi. If you're a Kohen, I'm going to remember forever. I want a Kohen. Daniel, I remember. Baruch Hashem. Okay. Moshe and Levi. Okay. Aaron, Moshe Rabbeinu was the Levi, not Aaron. Aaron was the Kohen. Okay. Balagan. Okay, Aaron. Mr. Yusuf, listen to this. The answer is as follows. You see, we have something, Moshe, that called nature. Nature. What is nature? Each one of us have his own mazal. Your mazal is to become rich, and some people mazal is never to become rich. No matter what they're going to do, jumping upside down, they will never become rich. I'm going to give you a story. You know the story. My father, Ahmad Kala, my father used to fill up a lottery for many years, maybe 50 years. $5, 5 shekel, 10 shekel. But it's not the money. It's funny is that the same number. So the chances is much greater, right? When you fill up the same, in Israel you can pay and have the same number forever. Every week the same 5 numbers. It costs 10 shekel. No, the same number, 5 of them, 5 boxes. No. The chances is huge. For 30 years, one day he was tired, so he gave the money to my brother. One of the brothers, I'm not going to mention his name. And he told him, listen, go and fill up the lottery. He gave him 20 shekel. He went out to buy falafel, or he went out with his friends. Don't ask me what. He went, the falafel was good. Okay, in the morning, at night, he asked my brother, no, so where's the lotto? And my father is so excited and happy. 11 o'clock, they come, the number, they show you on the TV the number. You remember these times? They show you my father won the 6th number. 5 million shekel. It was 30 years ago? No, 45 years ago. I'm sorry, 45 years. I was a baby, a child. 45 years ago, 5 million shekels like today, in English, maybe $20 million. Easily 20 million, even more, but minimum 20 million. You know what I mean to win? I mean, Daniel, if you win $20 million, you will never complain. Moshe, it's all good? $20 million. Moshe resigned. He already quit the job in 47. Forget about Pateh, for the Richard. I did. I'm coming to study Torah all day long. Right, Aaron? Baruch Hashem, David, it's good. 5 million after 30 years that they never win. What exactly happened in that week? My brother didn't send it. Mazal is mazal. Each one of us have his own mazal. Some people mazal, you will never become rich. Some people mazal, God forbid, you will never have a child. Some people mazal, you will never get married. Some people mazal is, no, sickness. Everybody have. Some people mazal to become successful. Everybody have mazal. But my question to you tonight is, I came from Orlando, we're full of fire. My question to you tonight is, how can we overcome the mazal? So what do we have to do? We're stuck with mazal, so what? We're not going to get married. We're not going to have children. We're not going to be healthy, God forbid. What? We're not going to be rich. I want to be rich. What is mazal or mazal? Israel, מעל המזל. In Kabbalistics, they have number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This 7 number is mazal, nature. Even Shabbat is among the nature. Everything is nature, right? God created the world 6 days, and by Yom Shvi, Shabbat, but they have number that considered to be above nature. What's above nature? Number 8. Even Chinese know it, they took it from us. Chinese, they admire the number 8. I believe that in China, one time somebody told me, when I was a rabbi in China, I was a rabbi in Hong Kong for 2 years, somebody bought the plate 8888858, $1.5 million in cash. Not the car, the plate. Because number 8 is a lucky number. They know. 8th floor, everything by 8 Chinese, they took it from us from Kabbalah. Much before the Chinese, much before the Japanese, much before all of them. Now, number 8, because of that Brit Milah is in 8 days. Because of that Brit Milah, do not postpone. Original Brit, even on Shabbat, you break Shabbat, you mechalel Shabbat. 100%. If the date is the 8 days, you never break. Because 8 symbolizes what? Infinity. You see the number 8, you're going back and forth, back. Infinity. This is what they call it in the secular world. Infinity. And Spirituality, above nature. 8 have nothing to do with nature. 8 is above. Everybody in my community know that which number I love the most? 888. When I buy something, 888, sometimes 8,888. The number 8, 8 is above nature. You connect yourself to a light above nature. All the mitzvot is in nature. But there are one mitzvah that considered to be above nature. Which mitzvah is that? Guest, hospitality. Why Abraham guest is hospitality? How do you say guest in Hebrew? Reach. Okay, beautiful. How do you write Oreach? Aleph, Vav, Resh, Chet. You know what the meaning? The light of 8. Chet is 8. A minute that you bring hospitality, you attach yourself to above nature. How do you know it? How do we know it? I'm sorry that I have to move. How do you know it? When you bring a guest, where do you bring the guest? From the front door, right? That you realize something connected always to the front doors. What is that? Mezuzah. But where is the mezuzah? Mezuzah have to be in the door. How does the door have to look? Like what? Like Chet. You hear that? The number 8. Every door that the guest is coming, which letter is that? Chet. No Chet, no mezuzah. The mezuzah have to be only in the letter Chet. This is the letter Chet. Yetziat Mitzrayim happened in the letter Chet. Everything. Yeah. Now Daniel, think why? Why the rabbi didn't show up Monday? If he shared such a Kiddush, he will change the people's life. Wow. Huh? Did you ever heard such a Kiddush?
Never.
Baruch Hashem. The number 8. 8 is above nature. 8 is above hospitality. Come on. If a person wants to have children, Yeshua, Eliyahu Navi said, the child is dead. Elisha said, the child is dead. Dead, not to bring child. The child is dead to bring it back alive. And Avraham Avinu said, I'm 100 years old. She is 90. Dead. No wound, no a period, no nothing. A woman with no period can bring child. A woman with no period and no wound can bring child. I don't understand. She have no period for 50 years already. She have no womb. Forever. For 90 years she had no womb. She never had a womb. Avraham Avinu was 100 years old. How can you bring a child? Boaz was 400 years. Today, a man and 80 years old, or 88 is like this. You cannot move him. Go and ask him to bring child. He barely can go from here to there. Boaz was. היא לא כן רות כפה, ג'ונם בזם. איפה רות כפה, רות, הצעירה שלנו, איפה רות? מה רות? You are 400 years. How exactly everything change in nature? You know why? Hospitality. Or 8. A minute that you attach yourself to the lucky number 8 is a minute that anything, because of that, Birkat HaOrech is so important. The blessing of the guest. A guest that bless you, open all the gates. All the gates. Parnaso, Yeshua, Atzlacha, Refuah, whatever you need. You have to become masterpiece in Achnasat Orchim. Masterpiece in hospitality. Abba, Ima, if you cannot do it yourself, I will tell you a tip. Sponsor hospitality. You know rabbis, you know people that, I told many people years ago, even now we have it, every Shabbat. But years ago, my wife was a superwoman, באמת superwoman. We used to have Ayn Rad Roboshet, 27 to 30 people every Shabbat for 7 years. 65 people once a month. And my wife was working, she's working from 8 till 5. And she had 4 children and everything. And still now, Baruch Hashem, 5 until 100. You know, still, she was working. And every Shabbat, she used to be the only chef. And all of them, 65 people, once a month, sleeping in my house. Shabbatonim. And when people need a Yeshua, I told them, sponsor a Shabbat. Not because they need the money. Don't worry. You want to see miracle? Sponsor hospitality. If you cannot do it, make sure every Shabbat to sponsor. Every day. You call in and you say, where is Achnasat Orchim? Where did they have a location that give food to needy people on a consistent basis? Wow. It's not only measure to measure, it's you bring in the number 8 to your life. And the minute that you touch an 8, is no rule against you. You're not following the rules. The rule follow you. You don't have to follow my mazal. I'm Scorpion, I am this, I came in the moon, I came in the light, I came February 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock Gehenna. You go into the woman that checking the tea, checking the coffee, checking the card, checking the balagan, the most important your money. She's checking how much money you're paying. And according to that, your mazal. You don't need to go to all this nonsense. You touch the number 8, you're above nonsense. Even the devil cannot touch you. Even the devil will open the card, will lose in the card. We lose. Why? I'm not 7, I'm 8. The devil and all the angels have power, nature. Nature, they have strong power, much stronger for much, but I'm not nature. My name is number 8. Or Het. Every time you're walking into the mezuzah, what do you remind yourself? We are number 8. The door is Het. Or Het. This is one. Second, come the Zera Shimshon and write. מפני שיבה תקום, we are in Parshat Acharei מות Kedoshim. The pasuk said, מפני שיבה תקום והדרת פני זקן. מפני שיבה תקום והדרת פני זקן, we have obligation in the Torah to respect older people. Not only תלמידי חכמים, I'm talking about older people. How old is old, Moshe? How old is old? Rabbi Sassoon, how old is old? They have argument between Kabbalah to Halacha. What's the argument? What's the opinion? What's the opinion? Anyone know? How old is old? How old is for us to stand up and to give your chair to somebody else? How old is? Beautiful. Daniel Cohen Meirov said 80. Rabbi Sassoon followed the halacha 70. Ish halacha Rabbi 70. What's the Kabbalah said? 60. Moshe, you're doing it already right. Why are you making balagan? Moshe like to this. Always plus tax. Forget about the tax. This is a Torah, not the business. Aaron, we need your help. Moshe is making balagan. He already said 60. Do it on 60. Why? לפי Arizal, 60 years old. לפי ההלכה, 70. Why? A simple explanation is, מפני שיבה תקום. I have another explanation. מפני שיבה תקום והדרת פני זקן. Simple explanation הלכה wise. You have to stand up. You have to give respect. You have to give your chair when you're sitting down in a subway or in a bus. Don't play dumb or don't play blind. God forbid, God will make you blind. You see the person old, about to fall down. Everybody's playing, putting the music. Why are you closing your eyes? You think that you can cheat God? Maybe you can cheat the person. Can you cheat God? It's a mitzvah deoraita. Mitzvah. This week parasha, mipnei seva takum. And respect human being, older men. This is simple explanation. A little midrash said, mipnei seva takum. Daniel, do not wait for old men to become old to make teshuvah. Make teshuvah now. Mipnei seva. Before you become old, takum. Stand up and do teshuvah. Don't, midrash, or Chaim, beautiful. Don't wait too late. What's the problem to wait too late? Many people said, Rabbi, between the age 70 to 80, I'm going to finish the whole shas. Until then, I'm in the club. Let me dance. That's it. Let me relax. Bura, bura, Cancun. Leave me alone. At the age of 70, they are wrong. They are wrong for many reasons, but one of the simple reasons that they are wrong is somebody promised you that tomorrow you're going to be alive. Not 50 years from now. That tomorrow you're going to be alive. I don't understand. You're talking like you're guaranteed here for another 40 years. If you have guarantee, even then it's wrong, but okay, maybe. But you don't have guarantee. אל תאמר לי כשאפנה השנה, שמא לא תיפנה. Yidden Zaken, I believe that he was in Pekei Avot said, do not wait, do not sit. When I'm going to find time, I'm going to make the shuvah. Rabbi, right now I'm busy in business. Running and selling, Moshele. You know what the problem is? When I'm going to be free after I'm going to make 1 million or 10 million, Rabbi, I'm going to be in the college all day long. Somebody said that you're going to be alive until you're going to make the 10 million. And then what? You're going to come Haaretz to Olam Haba? And what? The money is going to help you in Olam Haba? What's going to help you? I don't understand. So mipnei seva, mipnei meaning before seva takum. What a beautiful explanation, Rabbi Chaim. But the Zera Shimshon right now, דוד המלך חייט. יום חיינו בהם 70 שנה, ואם בגבורות 80 שנה, 78 years is a lucky days. Why 70? Why 70? Why not 50? Why not 90? Why 70 is so unique? Anyone that know the answer will get free dinner any restaurant you want. Sponsored by no other this week. Daniel Mirov is in a good mood. Mr. Mirov Kapal. Any restaurant, nobody answer. Next week, my wife and me, Wall Street Grill, America. And not sushi. Regular order. Baruch Hashem, Daniel, we're in? We're in, Daniel? Yeah. But why? So why Shabbat? I agree. Beautiful. Beautiful. No, it's getting closer. Free breakfast. One person. No. The coffee. From the coffee machine. I love it. The coffee machine. How do you call it? No, this one. Macchiato. Free macchiato. Yeah. From this machine, this machine costs $3,000. Just this is a serious machine. Okay? Beautiful. Yes. No, we cannot be chutzpanim. We got a donation. We cannot make money on donations, you know. Only Jews, especially Bukharim, can make money on donations. Moshe, tomorrow is going to sell it. Every cup, $10. Moshe, please. Yes.
Is there a regular class next Thursday? Or Lag BaOmer?
No, Lag beautiful. Lag BaOmer is going to be a special class, not here. It's going to be in the house of Mr. Mirov, one Mirov to another Mirov. We're going to designate it, the whole community is going to be there. We're going to designate it for Zera Shimshon.
Where?
Zera Shimshon and on Lag BaOmer. I'm going to give you all the information. We're going to give you all the information. No more. I don't know the information. I'm going to get the information, I will give it to you.
Okay.
Very good that you asked the question. But for that, you don't get any sponsorship for the questions. No, Chaz v'Shalom. David, what's the answer? The answer is as follows. Listen to this. We have 5, today is a lot of Kabbalah, deep, Thursday night. We have, in Kabbalah, Chacham Sassoon, we have 5 parts of the soul. The soul have 5 parts. By the way, this is the reason when you go into the Baba Rebbe, they tell you to write a letter and then to rip it 5 times and to leave it on the grave. Why 5 times? And I always take 5 candles. Somebody said, Rabbi, because the candle is free. I said, no. It's the intent to take 5. Why 5? Why 5? Why 5? What? And the answer is, you know why 5? Because 5 symbolize every neshama of a human being have 5 parts. The name of the part is Nefesh, Ruach, Neshama, Chaya, Ve'yichida. Beautiful. 5 levels in our Neshama. And our connection between the body and the soul. The soul himself have 5 levels. And each one of the levels included 10 Sefirot. You know how you call this 10 Sefirot? Chabad, Chochmah, Binah, Vadat. And then 7 Sefirot. Chesed, Gvura, Tiferet. Netzach, Hod, Yesod, Malchut. This is what we do in Sfirat HaOmer. You know what we do in Sfirat HaOmer? How many weeks we say we count Sfirat HaOmer?
49.
How many?
49.
No, how many weeks?
How many weeks? 7 weeks.
7 weeks. Why 7?
7 times.
Because, no. 7 times. 7 is, why 7? Because we fix Chesed Sheba Chesed. Chesed Sheba Gvura. Chesed Sheba Tiferet. And then, Gvura Sheba Chesed. Gvura, every week we fix another character. We have 7 characters and 3 wisdoms. Okay? One day I'm going to sit with you, I'm going to explain you each one of them in detail. No. Today we're going deep. Orlando, the sunshine brought us a lot of sign and a lot of wisdom. Okay? Baruch Hashem. Now, listen to this. If this is so, if we have 5 parts of the neshama, and each one of them is included 10, how much is 10 times 5? 50 years. Beautiful. Why 50 years and not 70 years? We say 70. Beautiful. Until the age of 20, you don't be in judge. And Shamayim, you be in judge only from the age of 20 and above. Bar mitzvah is good for this bedin. And Shamayim, they said about Eliezer, Rahmat Kani, remember, from age 20 only is when you be in judge. Until the age 20, free judgment. So meaning, when exactly we start to count these 50 years? After 20 plus 20, 50, how much is that? Beautiful. This is the 70 years. If a person died because before 70, karet. After 70 is no karet. Beautiful, huh? You have to come in. After 70 is no karet. Because of that, when you see a man that got to 70 and he was not the judge to be dead, why? Tzaddik, stand up. Stand up. Give kavod. Now you understand? Like the question of the Zera Shimshon. Wow, brilliant questions. The question of the Zera Shimshon is, I know, he said, Monday night, why you didn't show up? You take Monday night to all different levels. The question of the Zera Shimshon is, how come Shmuel HaNavi died in the age of 52? מה זה 52? מה קראת? Shmuel HaNavi was a tzaddik. How did he die? Listen to the two answers that the Zera Shimshon offer, and with this I'm going to let you go. The first answer is, in Pesach, everybody singing, and then we mention, Amar Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah, הרי אני כבן 70 שנה. I look like 70 years old. You know how old was Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah? In the time that he became chief rabbi of the whole Israel? 18 years old. So why do you say 70 years old? Simple explanation is because he had a white beard. Over one night, God made him a miracle from being pitch black to become completely white. In one night. Why? It's not respectable to see Rosh Hashiva and the chief rabbi of Israel with no beard. So all of it became weird. So he said, I look like... But deeper explanation is, no. Shmuel HaNavi was 52. And Shmuel HaNavi came down in Gilgul. And who is the Gilgul? Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah. How many years Shmuel HaNavi was missing? 18, right? This is the 18 of Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah. Together, but the question is still remained, the Zera Shimshon. But why did he have to come back in Gilgul? Shmuel is tzaddik. Shmuel HaNavi Rabbi Eliezer ben Azariah came to fix their own Babo Kolon. You know his Babo Kolon? You know he's the grandparents of Shmuel HaNavi and Rabbi Eliezer ben Azariah? You know who is it? Korach. So they had to come 70 years, not to fix themselves. They don't need to be here 70 years. They came here to fix up Korach. Beautiful, right? So now we understand one answer. But the second answer is, okay, it's beautiful, but Shmuel still died in the age of 52. In the age of 52, why 52? Why not 70? We said 70, right? Listen to the answer of the Zera Shimshon, profound. Shmuel HaNavi was unique, not only because he was a tzaddik Moshe, because in the age of 2, when he was 2 years old, his mother did what? What did his mother do? She put them back, she left them. She gave them to Eli Cohen, to Bet HaMikdash, and from this moment, he started to serve God. Do you remember that she promised God, if I'm going to have a child, I will donate your child forever? A minute that is going to stop breastfeeding, I will give it to you. 2 years old, he was breastfeeding. After 2 years old, it was what Hannah did? She brought him to Bet HaMikdash to serve God. So Shemuel started to serve God from which age? Age 2. From there, you count to 50. You don't wait to 20. 20 is for all of us, for all the simple people that never serve nobody except themselves. But Shmuel was not a regular child. He started the judgment in age 2. If he started the judgment in age 2, how many part of the soul we have? 5. 5 times 10 is 50. 50 plus 2 is 52. Because of that, wow. מפני שיבה תקום והדרת פני זקן. Once again, you're in the Zera Shimshon class, Thursday night edition. Here at the BJCC Youth Minyan third floor, the place to be. My name is Rabbi Asher Vaknin. and I approve this message.